Happy guinea pig!
Mama Bear Christine, YouTube channel signature dish.
Hi, I'm Alyne. Welcome to my kitchen. And today I am doing another signature dish.
Duh.
And this is for a very special lady, young lady, Mama Bear Christine. And a little bit about Mama Bear. She has a daughter, Daisy, who plays soccer. And Mama Bear is a very active soccer mom.
Oh yeah.
Very active soccer mom.
Oh yeah. Aggressive.
And if you're
Get
wondering,
out there! Go, get.
if you're wondering where she gets the name Mama Bear, she also has a beautiful doggo named Bear. And I think that is exactly where she gets the name Mama Bear from. Now, Mama Bear, of course, does have her own YouTube channel. She does have videos up on her channel. And she is a supporter of so many channels. And when I say supporter, y'all, I'm not talking about a member. I'm talking about somebody. Excuse me, y'all. My nose is just itching. I'm talking about somebody who actively watches videos, who actively interacts in the live streams, and is there, supporting those that she likes to watch and those that she cares for. So what I am making today, let me get, it's because I have my recipe out of order. I am making a berry cherry lemon cookie pie. And what it is, it's going to be a cherry and blueberry filling and a lemon cookie crust. Okay? And you'll see I have my muffin tins out. I'm going to make some miniature pies, and with the rest of the cookie dough, if I have enough, I'm going to make a larger pie. If not, I'll make more miniature pies. And the reason I'm doing the miniature pies is because I want this to be something that Mama Bear can do with Daisy and them have fun with it, making the mini pies and maybe having them for Daisy's friends, maybe doing them for the soccer team, something that she can make and it be relatively easy for her, but yet not have to make a huge pie and cut it in pieces. If she wants to, that is entirely her choice. I will explain how to do that as well. But I like the idea of the miniature pies for this particular recipe.
Be great for little hands and little mouths.
Yes. And I'm not going to go over the ingredients for the cherry filling just yet. I'm going to go over the ingredients for the lemon cookie crust, okay? This is basically a lemon sugar cookie dough that I'm using for the crust. And my ingredients are 2 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. I have here 1 teaspoon of baking soda, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and a 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. Okay. Next, it calls for the zest of 1 lemon. Now, this is zested off of 1 lemon. If you do not have a lemon zester, let me show you what I've used. I do have a lemon zester, by the way. If you have a box grater or a small grater with the small sides here, this is the large side, this is the small side. This is the side that I use to zest my lemon. So you do not have to have a microplane, you do not have to have a lemon zester or anything of the sort. You could use a small grater, okay? And let's see. It also calls for 1 1/2 cups of granulated sugar, which I have right here. It calls for 1 cup of unsalted butter at room temperature, which I have here, which is 2 sticks of butter. And I have 1 large egg here. And a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract and a 1/2 teaspoon of lemon extract. I have that mixed together here. And 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. And what I did is, after I zested the lemon, I cut it in half and I squeezed the lemon juice out, and I now have 2 tablespoons of lemon juice from that. Okay, First thing it says to do on the directions is to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Then it says in a small bowl, whisk together the flour, baking soda, baking powder, and the salt. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sift it together. And I will pour this in here. And then add the rest of the flour. And just whisk or sift it through really quickly. And while I'm doing that, after I do this, it says to set this aside. Then it says in a small bowl, combine together the sugar and the lemon zest and rub it together with your fingers until fragrant. And basically that just means, I think, mix the zest in with the sugar and kind of mix it together until you can smell the lemon zest coming throughout the sugar. We'll get this done, then we'll do that next portion. Okay. Got Piggy over there, I think, looking up something for somebody.
No referencing something somebody's just told me, which I'm going to speak peripherally of on my live.
Ah. Alright, yeah, we've almost got this sifted together. And if you want to whisk it together with a fork or a whisk, that is entirely your choice. I like to do it this way because I think it gets it thoroughly mixed together. And that was the salt. Make sure all that gets in there. Alright, I will give this to Piggy.
Gimme.
Set this aside. Okay. Now I've got the lemon zest that I'm putting in the sugar, and I'm just going to leave it in this small bowl here. Mix it together with my fingertips. Fingers. Until I have it
Mixy.
thoroughly mixed together. Piggy knew earlier when I was working on the lemon, y'all, he said he could smell it all the way in the living room.
Oh, I did, boy. It smells so good.
Oh, yeah, that sugar's fragrant now because I can smell the lemon coming
I
out.
can too.
So, got that much down. Okay. Piggy got the water running over there. I hears it, y'all. Okay. Then it says using a mixer, cream together the butter, the sugar, or butter and sugar until smooth and creamy. Okay, so let's set this right here off to the side right here. Give Piggy that. And then we're going to get started here on our mixer. Alright, Piggy, you got the mixer in?
I does now.
It does now? Okay.
How about I come over here and do like this?
Works for me. And yeah, this butter was frozen about an hour ago, if that tells y'all anything about the temperature in this kitchen.
Yeah, she was wondering whether or not she was going to get to do this one for tomorrow. Possibly Friday, depends on what she wants to do.
Yeah, I'm just
Because it's involving, it's going to take a while, she's going to have to wait on that butter. And I showed her a little something.
Yeah. Alright, I'm going to start creaming this together. Mix that up. Start creaming the butter. And add the sugar. Can you go, Piggy?
Okay.
Yeah.
Just give me all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. Make sure this butter's good and creamy. Alright, got that. Next it says to add the egg, the vanilla and lemon extract and the lemon juice. I only have the one egg, so I'm going to add the egg. Put that there. I'm going to add the 2 extracts, the lemon and the vanilla. And I'm going to add the lemon juice. And I'm going to give Piggy even more dirty dishes. There we go. Y'all, he's so good. He don't mind them dirty dishes. It says mix until combined. Then add the dry mixture, the dry ingredients, and mix until just combined. Don't overmix. Right. I'm not going to add this all at one time because if I do, I'll have a powder storm.
That cover would work on that.
Yeah. That's what it's made for. But I have to be on the other side to use it good. Unfortunately.
In other words, we're set up right.
Yeah. With this, anyway.
I was going to say I could do it from this side. If you have to tell me this, stop.
All right, it is just combined. We're not going to overmix it. Okay, I am going to scrape down the sides though. Okay. Now we get ready to work on our muffin pins over here. Let me take this off. Now, I'm not sure exactly how much of this I will be able to make. I'm just going to turn this away. I don't know what's in the picture frame. I'll let Piggy see. Get cleaning this right here off.
Gotta give you a better hand. I need to come over and adjust.
Okay, y'all, about got this right here cleaned up. I'm going to use my fingers on the rest of that because I just cannot. Use my spatula to get that clean. And if there's anything left on here, Piggy can clean it off if he wants to. There you go, Piggy.
Clean it out my way.
And you tell me how to taste. Got a good flavor?
Oh yeah.
There you go, give you those. Alright, now you want to use baking spray, y'all. I'm not talking about cooking spray, I'm talking about baking spray. This is the baking spray that has the flour in it. I use Baker's Joy. There is off brands out there similar to Baker's Joy that you can use. But this is the one name brand thing that I will buy. Okay, and what you want to do is spray the bottom of the muffin tin. And I'm sure if you've ever made cookie cups before, like for ice cream, you'll understand what I'm doing here. Alright.
Well, this is to show a lot of folks what you're doing.
Right.
There's a lot of folks out there know and see what you're doing.
Right.
So this is as far as learning anything, it's for those who are searching for such things,
Right.
to learn how.
Okay. I'm going to get my flour out because I'm going to flour my hands. Because this is going to be sticky and I don't want it to be too sticky. Oops. So I'm going to flour my hands here. And I'm going to scoop up a little bit of the dough. Put it right there. Make kind of a small ball with it like that. And I'm going to flour my hand again. Like I don't want it to get sticky. And let me move this over here and put my, that way we know we're in, hopefully in picture here. Are we in picture, Piggy, where they can see this? I mean, I know they can see here, I just don't know.
Let me just bring it back over here.
Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, that's why I've got off this whole thing sprayed.
You gonna cook them like that?
They're going to be baked and made into little mini pie crust,
Oh.
pie shells. When they get done, I'll flip these over and they should come out.
Ah.
And I'm only going to do 3 per pan.
That way you don't have no rims sticking together.
Right.
Okay. I was wondering about that. I was sitting here thinking, oh, well, she's gonna keep them things from sticking together.
A little too much on that one right there. So yeah, that's a good thing. If you get a little too much, you can always take it out. If you don't have enough, you can always add some. There we go. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish this up, and then I'll be right back, and I'll show you what I'm doing after. Alright, I've got these done on here. Getting ready to put them in the
Done,
oven.
I'm ready to eat.
No, I'm going to put them in the oven. Now, if you're cooking the actual cookies, you cook them for, I think it's 8 to 10 minutes. These I'm going to cook about 12 to 15 minutes to make sure they are done. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in the oven. Put that over there. And I will keep an eye on these while they're baking. I've got them set for about 14 minutes. And while that is doing, I've got some extra cookie dough here. I don't think I have enough for a thick pie crust, but we're going to try a pie crust anyway in here.
Well, you can make it kind of small thin.
That's why I was saying I can thin it out. That's not going to be a problem.
You just have to be more careful when you're cooking it, won't you?
It'll cook about the same time as a cookie. About, 8 to 10, 12 minutes.
Okay. And if y'all wondering what that little sound was, that's my ice maker.
Yeah.
Dumping out a load of ice it just made. Makes about 6 or 7 pieces at a time. Takes about 5 to 7 minutes per. It'll make so many pounds. What was it, 24 pounds? Or
That one I think makes 24 pounds. That one will make 24 to 26, and that makes 31.
in a day's time, if you keep it running,
Right.
you keep the baskets empty so it don't stop. That's what I have a bad time forgetting about.
Piggy forgets he's got them going, and then he. Yeah, we're gonna have enough for a crust, y'all. So we're gonna have. we're going to have the 6 mini pies, and then we're going to have a large pie.
Oh boy. We're gonna take any of that down there to the ladies?
Nope.
Okay. Sorry ladies if any of y'all happen to be watching.
Alright.
Probably be a little harder to transport, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's not so much to be harder to transport, it's making sure everybody gets a slice of it.
Oh, that's true too.
Because there's between 15 and 18 down there, and there's not going to be no 15 to 18 slices of this unless somebody just don't get a bite.
Yeah.
Right.
Some would get some and some wouldn't, and I'd hate to cause that kind of contention between people who work together like that.
Alright, Mama Bear, you asked me if I'd make you a dessert when I made this. And I wanted to make something new to me and something new to you, hopefully, because I've never seen anything like this made before as far as the ingredients I'm using for the filling. Alright, Piggy, if you would set that in the refrigerator for me, let it keep cool until that gets done, and we'll be back when all the crusts are done cooking, and I'll tell you how long it took for them to cook. Alright, y'all, the tins are out, and I've got the big crust in. And a good thing that I do, because y'all have put too much cookie dough on those tins. And I won't be able to make the mini pies like I wanted to. And Piggy's going to show you why.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. Way too much dough. It overflowed. My oven is completely covered in dough. And we are
But
smoking.
y'all know what that means for the piggy.
Yeah, and I told Piggy, let's get this done before he sits here and eats all the scraps.
So that y'all can see, I'm grabbing.
But I do have my crust in the oven for the big pie. That's going to work out. I'm not going to worry about that one.
It's called a learning curve, folks.
Yeah,
She tried
Christine,
something different.
I'm sorry that I didn't get to do the mini ones. But you know what? Sometimes it just goes to show that if you make a mistake, you can still correct things and work and get stuff done.
And if nothing else, you learn from it.
Right. So I just wanted to show y'all that, let you know that, hey.
Another upside to it is Piggy gets a whole lot of cookie to eat.
So we're going to finish baking this for the next 6 or 7 minutes. And then we're going to let that cool really well, and then we'll come back and finish the pie. So, see y'all after a while.
Here we go.
Alright, we are back. The crust is done and out of the oven. I've got it sitting in the refrigerator. Even though we had the snafu earlier with the mini ones, that's fine. We'll make one big pie and we'll just be happy with that. And Christine, I'm sorry on that again. But
It's a learning curve. It's what happens when you try to create something new.
yeah. So now this is going to be the filling. For the filling, let me grab the right sheet here because I have to.
If you're one that can do it right and get it right the first time, I'll call you Tesla. And Nikola Tesla could do the math and get it right the first time every time.
All right. The ingredients I have here, some frozen sweet cherries, frozen blueberries, 1 box of cherry gelatin, and it don't have to be name brand, it could be any store brand cherry gelatin, 1 cup of granulated sugar, 1/4 cup of fresh squeezed lemon juice, and about 3/4 cup of water, and I'm just going to mix those two together. Okay.
I ain't gonna wash right now. I'll get all this later.
And the lemon sugar cookie crust. And Piggy, if you want to show them the crust, you can. So they'll know what we have. Alright, and what I'm doing is I'm going to do 2.5 cups of the cherries. Okay, there's 1/2 cup. And switch over to the 1 cup. And we'll put a few
Boy,
more.
some big things, ain't they?
These are some nice large cherries.
I don't think I've ever seen cherries that big.
I might have to put a few more in there. Yeah, we'll add a couple extra.
Just be on the safe
We don't
side.
say so because those weren't very full. Big few amount, I'll let you zip that and put them up. And we're going to do 1 cup.
Got some juice flowing on the back of that.
Yeah, I see that. 1 cup of blueberries.
Blueberry, blueberry.
I'll just wipe that off. You zip that up, put it in the freezer. Alright, now we're going to add the 1 cup of sugar.
Where'd you have them? Right here?
No, I had them in the big freezer in the living room.
Oh.
Top shelf. And I'm putting the liquid in on top of that. Then I'm going to cut this on. Or turn it on. And I'm going to let this reduce probably by half at least. So what I'll do is bring this to a boil and cook it down. And then once I get that cooked down, I'll show you what I'm going to do with the gelatin. And we will be back at that point. So Piggy, if you'll put us on pause for a bit or put us on break.
How long a break?
Until this gets done, so it's going to be a while.
Alright, well, I'll just...
Alright, this has reduced by slightly over half. It's still got quite a bit of liquid in it, but it is thick, as you can see. And what I'm going to do now, as you can see, it's thick. I'm going to add the gelatin. And I'm going to sprinkle it in, and we'll make sure it gets stirred in very well. I'll give that to Piggy along with the box to throw away for me.
Well, I see how nice she is. Me just gives me trash.
Him. Now, if you don't want to put the flavored gelatin in, like the cherry gelatin, you can use a clear gelatin, unflavored. I'm just doing that so that it will help it sit properly or set properly, as you say, once it is in the refrigerator.
It'll sit, so it'll set.
That's it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take and I'm going to pour this in here. Oh,
So it is.
yeah.
So it is.
Yeah. Right now I'm just getting all the goodie out of the inside. Oh yeah, and y'all can see that thickened up quite a bit in that pan.
It is.
Let Piggy have that. That'll be hot, Piggy, but you can taste it if you want. So that's got a good flavor. And yes, y'all, I did taste it just to see if it needed anything else. Now this is what it looks like. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator and let it set for about 1.5, 2 hours, 3. And depending on if I think it's set long enough, you know, we'll try it then. If not, I'll try it in the morning and finish up this video tomorrow. So that's what it looks like right now. Then it's going in the fridge. So we'll see you when we come back. Alright, y'all. The berry cherry lemon cookie crust cake, or pie, excuse me, pie, is done. And again, this is for Mama Bear Christine. And
Boy, look at that, folks.
Mama Bear, I know it is not an actual cherry pie that we discussed that you want to learn how to make, and I will eventually make one of those. This is just for you. Again, it is a cherry and blueberry pie with a lemon cookie crust.
It was a first time creation, so there was some learning curve on that sucker.
Yeah, and I made a mistake, but I owned up to it, y'all. I was going to do the mini ones, and they just didn't turn out. But the big pie did turn out, and I'm going to get a bite of the pie.
Where's my
crust.
fork?
Oh, I'm hiding Piggy's fork.
Where's my fork?
There's your fork. There's your fork, Piggy. All right, y'all. I'm taking a bite of all of it. Oh, wow.
My gracious.
Ooh, that's good.
That tastes like candy on a cookie.
Oh, wow.
I'm saying, oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow. The flavors just pop. That lemon really sets off the cherry and the blueberry.
Now, I'll go ahead and say you won't eat much of this at one time.
I'm trying to say something. Take a look, y'all. Piggy's slice, you see how wide it is at the back? That's how wide mine is. Mine is about half the size of his. Because I knew I wasn't going to be able to eat all that much pie. But I'm going to make sure I get my fair share of this one.
Talk about flavor explosion in your mouth.
Now, we'll say if you want whipped topping or whipped cream or something like that on top, go for it. That would be awesome. As most people know, I'm lactose intolerant, unfortunately, so I'm not doing the whipped topping or whipping cream. This pie, it's like that. It's perfect on its own.
All I gotta say is make it, try it, find out for yourself.
Yes. Oh wow! And the recipe for this will be in my cookbook for Signature Dishes 2024, which will come out in January, February 2025. Awesome recipe. Yeah, I might have flubbed up on the mini once I figured out what my problem was, what I did wrong. So I might make this one again.
So there will be a redo.
We'll do a redo and do the mini ones.
There ain't gonna be no might to it.
Because if they're going to be a redo, he likes this one.
Yeah, so I can imagine what it would be like having it in that cup shape. Oh man,
that is awesome. And you don't have to use the lemon pie crust. You can, or the lemon cookie. You can do the vanilla one. Leave the lemon out because the lemon in the pie will work, but believe me, the lemon in the pie or in the cookie crust.
yeah.
Oh wow, it's just awesome.
Lemon just like the rub. It brings out flavor in food.
It does. Christine, I hope you like this recipe. I wanted something that you could cook and do with Daisy. I'm hoping this is something that y'all can work on together. If not, I will definitely work on something else for y'all. I do thank you so much for allowing me to make this for you.
And it's very filling.
Yes. So again, thank you so much for allowing me to do this. I didn't know if he had that on me or on the pie.
I do now.
But again, thank you so much for allowing me to do this for you, Christine.
Mama Bear!
Yes. If I'm not mistaken, Mama Bear's husband's name is Jethro. Is that his name, Jethro?
I don't know.
I don't hear her talk about him a whole lot, but hopefully your husband will like the pie as well.
If he don't, there's something wrong with it.
So, y'all, everybody have a great day. Please check out Mama Bear Christine's channel and her videos. If you do subscribe to her, please leave her a message on one of her videos. Let her know that Piggy and I sent you over. It's always nice to know where everybody comes from when they're subbing up to you.
Let's say the rest of that for later.
Little sweet, huh, Piggy?
How often have you ever heard me say that?
Well, he's been eating the messed up cookies.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah. It's a
Man,
little...
that's good.
It's good. A little on the sweet side, but it is good. So again, thank y'all for watching. Everybody have a great day. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Where am I going?